Welcome. We will be your casters for the final map. Momo actually warming up himself there in the free-for-all. Cannot stop a player from playing. Momo, how are you, my friend?
I'm all right. I've just watched. I've been playing, I've been coaching, and now I'm casting. So I'm having a good time, and I think it's kind of a good end towards Black Ops 2 for a lot of people. But I'm enjoying myself.
Not the end for you yet, from what I know.
Not just yet. No, not just yet.
One more event.
One more.
Pretty much playing into Ghosts for this next event.
Yeah. I mean, the plan was come to EGL, go home on the Tuesday, fly out on the Wednesday, come home back on the Monday, go midnight release, get Ghosts, play that. That's the plan. That's what we're trying to do.
Full 2 weeks of Call of Duty for you then.
I do love a good game of COD.
Let's get to the case in hand. Epsilon versus Infused, the rematch from earlier on.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go down?
I think with Tommy's a pickup. Tommy's probably the best pickup you could get within Europe out of any person because he's just got that slaying ability. But with Epsilon, I think as a team with Mad Cat and Jared in that team, Swanee and Shane as well, you can't put one above the other, and they're just an awesome team. And I've experienced them twice this event. I've lost both times, twice 3-0. It's something that the EU can kind of be proud of. And I think with those guys going over to MLG, I think with Ghost, I think they can really put a show on. But I think Epsilon are going to take this one.
Well, that's a bold claim. I mean, I was trying to figure it out earlier, and Epsilon are going to have the mental advantage that they won the last one. Yeah. But Infused are coming in slightly hotter. They've just had a good win over the Orbit team, so they're going to be warmed up. It is getting late in the day as well. It is almost midnight here in the UK. So going into this next one, I'm thinking maybe the first hard point going to go to Infused. They beat Epsilon twice on the hard points in the last game. Yeah. They just need to sneak a CTF or an S&D to pull it out.
I think with hardpoint, it's kind of a hit and miss game because all 8 people in this final are so talented. It's going to be obviously anyone could win this. They could 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, or it could be the other team. I think it's just going to be so even, but I'm really looking forward to the Surge and Destroy about these.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But first, we are going to have a small introduction to the grand final here at the Mad Catz 2013 Championships here in Covent Garden from EGL. Roll the VT. Hello and welcome back. I hope you were as entertained by that VT as we were in the venue. A few of the players, I will just explain, had no idea the video was on. They thought it was in fact a picture. And you can see the true faces of the players there messing around and having a bit of a giggle.
Everyone has good fun. But the funny thing was they actually were told that it's got to be a picture and then they put it on. I think Swanee's wink at the end.
But there we go. There is the introduction to the 2 teams here in the grand final of the EGL 2013 Winter Championships. And it's going to be an incredible game. If it's anything like when they matched up earlier, we are in for just a massive explosion of talent and noise.
Exactly. I think these are the 2 top teams in Europe at the minute. Obviously, one's got a pick-up, but Tommy's, in the same caliber as all of them. It's going to be amazing. And to even cast this, I'm looking forward to this. I think we're starting off with a Capture the Flag. Is that right? Because it's a continuation series.
Yes, I believe we are. It will be best of 11 once again, continuation series. We're going to go deep into the night with this one. Wow. A few people wanting to go home, but we're staying on. And if you are watching, thank you for staying on for most of the weekend. Hopefully this will be the game to end out Black Ops 2 for a lot of people. Yep. And I'm looking forward to it. I said the last time I saw them play earlier on was just phenomenal, and it could have gone either way. Epsilon are very confident. Infused are looking for a little bit of a revenge. I don't even know how this is going to go, if I'm honest.
It can go either way, but to these teams, there's money on the line, there's a placement, but most of all, to to
pride.
these teams, it's going to be the end of the Black Ops 2. Who is the EU champions basically? And at the end of Modern Warfare 3, I believe it was TCM who knocked out Optic in the final. That was something that was kind of good for ourselves.
And it's something still talked about today. That's the thing. It's kind of always like the last thing people remember.
Exactly. It's been a great event. Obviously, I was meant to be casting before, but then I went from player to coach to cast, and it's kind of been a bit crazy for myself. But so some of the teams Orbit who's finished third, I didn't see that coming anytime soon. But they played really well. But I think the right two teams are in the final, and these are the two teams that are going to put on a show.
Well, they certainly are. They are just still getting ready. I think classes are being changed, and they are looking forward to this. I don't know, man. I love to see how the Twitter sphere is blowing up, and people in the stream chat. Please don't hesitate to tweet in. We will see updates on our score as we go through this grand final. Who do you think will win, Epsilon or Infused? Be sure to tweet in right now. Whatever happens, it's probably going to be some of the best Call of Duty we've seen all year. Everybody knows the game at this point. It's been a year open. We've had more events this year than several combined years beforehand.
Yep.
And that's just brought the level of competition up to incredible plays. Both these teams have a reputation as well as getting very loud and very intense. So hold on to your hats because this is going to get stormy.
This is going to get crazy. I mean, the good thing about these two teams is they both know exactly how each other play. And with that knowledge, they've got to counteract it. They've got to kind of do something special. And I think that's what each team, you can see them going through, go through a few strats here. Tommy's talking to his team, but with Tommy in the team, Jake's getting pumped here. Tommy is just that slaying machine, man. They've got Jake, but, when you put Tommy in that team.
For me at the moment, keep the eye on Josh. He is actually Jerd Kryptonite.
He is. He's beat Jerd like 6-7 times at LAN events or something like that. Again, Josh playing Mad Cat. I think Mad Cat's now beaten once, Josh beaten once, so this is the finale, it's bragging rights on the line more than anything for these teams.
Yep, 76% think Epsilon will win this, only to 24% say Infused will. On the poll currently here at EGL, but here we go, kicking it off, Hardpoint on board with Josh.
Josh running Tac Masker.
Wait a minute. That's Jerd. he's actually made it so it's very difficult to tell the two apart.
Okay, so Infused Josh is Josh, and Epsilon Josh is Jerd.
Wow, what a way from the confusion during the final.
Epsilon. So Jerd, I was wondering what Josh was using an AR. Anyway, kicking it off with Jerd. Jerd's he's using lightweight Tac Mask. He's something you don't really see very often, obviously, from some of the top players using dexterity, extreme conditioning. But it's a very strong start. They're actually starting with a CCF, which I thought it was a hard point there.
Let's see how the two things. Jerd picks up a kill, doesn't manage to get the second one. I'm going to jump on board with Josh, actually. He's on a 3 streak at the moment. I'm going to try and put it. Can he get the fourth? He is. And now it does look like Infused is going to try and make a little bit of a push. He puts bullets down top. Green doesn't actually manage to get the pick, though. And now Infused is not. They're trying to get a little bit more map control, get a few more kills before they actually try to reach into this one.
Yeah, Infused have got the map control here. They're kind of putting pressure back. You can see all of the Epsilon squad back on their flag. They're having to defend, and Infused are in a really, really good spot to take this. But they need to get those kills. They need to do it before they push.
I think Josh might now play for a few score streaks here. He's got to be very careful, actually be more passive than what we usually see. If he has back down, but Tommy picks it up and gets the Hellstorm. That's critical. That is the ace in the hole that he can use later on. Currently on a 7 streak as well, Josh. What a start to the final for him.
Yeah, you can see here, Josh, he's going absolutely off. He's on a 7 kill streak. He knows that he's 1 kill away from this landing strike, and he needs it so badly. This is basically, from going from 1 life of a Hellstorm to 2 lives. This could, be a game changer. He's going to get that, and he's on for his stealth shot, but this could be amazing for Infused. He's not actually going for the push, and I think this is a really sensible play, to be honest, from Josh.
Maybe for the stealth chopper he's playing for at the moment, putting bullets down as well. Josh has been in this area for so long now, and it is meaning Epsilon can't actually do anything against him, but now Mad Cat has actually shut them down, and Epsilon can start thinking about getting some map control and running the tempo to their own strengths.
Epsilon have got some map control now. They've taken out a few of the Infused squad. Infused are getting that same spawn, and Epsilon needs to capitalize on this. They've got the tractor side, and they're going to need to push. Unfortunately, few can go down, but it looks like Josh is actually going off right now. Oh my goodness!
Josh has brought his A game to the final here at EGL and is doing it well, and Mad Cat answers back with a 2-piece in kind. Both teams kind of trading very effectively at the moment, neither really able to get the upper hand.
Epsilon are getting some great map. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, they're all surrounding Infused's base. Infused are having to trap really bad. I think there's one person in the very back spawn really touching the back of the map there. They're going to pull this. I think it's just... That's right, and Josh has been taken down. Josh was the last player here. I'm not sure what they're actually going to do with the flag, because there is a possibility of a back spawn. What's Swanee doing?
Swanee's
with a flag?
bamboozling.
This isn't his job.
Shane has been giving this man lessons as he managed to dodge it. Josh actually picking up too, as Swanee is still live with that flag running around. He does have support of a teammate. His team spawned with him, but it has been counterpulled. Vintage now running that away.
This is going to go to a stalemate now. You can see here that a few players on either team will have to push out, a few will have to defend, but you can see someone on the Epsilon squad is just creeping around. He's got to be. Ah, that's a great play. That is such an important kill there from Vintage.
Josh is going to try and get this one. Doesn't manage to get it, though. Swanee takes him down in the gun battle. Both flags still alive. Unfortunately for Vintage, he does have a player hot on his heels. Jake doesn't get that kill. We're going to jump back on board with that player charging. It is going to be Jerd. Can he get the second? No, he cannot. Both teams unable to capitalise on anything here at the moment.
This is a to and fro game. This is going to be something that can make or break a team. There's only 1 minute 20 seconds left on the round here, but as you can see, Jake's trying to make a bit of a sneaky push. He's a bit injured. He's taking his time. These stuns are coming into play though, and there's it looks like there's one person just hovering around. He's getting under attack, and he's going to unfortunately lose that gun battle. Infused are in a good spot here to take this. That's Jake actually taking out Mad Cat, and he knows where the flag carrier is. There's one supporting him.
He doesn't get that either, and it does look like it's going to be a little bit, but neither team really wants to commit fully to this, do they? They're kind of waiting for the pick, and it could be quite a long stalemate. But the show on board with Shane. He makes one kill. Can he make the second? The guy runs away from him. He doesn't have support at the moment. Tommy going, I am out of here, my friend. You can try and challenge me, but I am long gone.
Tommy is the confidence Tommy must have to do with this flag, to do that with the flag. Tommy's as he ran into their spawn building.
He's running the flag back
on his
to
own.
them. But at the moment, they are still doing it, and Tommy is now in a horrible position.
Tommy is about to get pincered from both sides. He's stunned. Can he make this kill?
No, there we go. But the flag is actually down as well. Jerd has to get it, and Jerd does get the critical. Oh, no!
He's been killed by...
stopped.
Oh!
Mad Cat's trying to hold it down, and there's a player there, and Jake is going to try and stop this one.
Jake's
and gets the return. And what a clutch play there. That was so vital. He had to make it.
Wow. We're only in the first half of the first map, and we see things like this from both sides. That is huge play from both teams, really. But, I've got to say there, the team where it wasn't just Jake on the end there. Mad Cat made 2 kills, Vintage made 3, and then Jake swooped in, made 1 kill, got the return. And it's still 0-0. How is this still 0-0?
I don't know. That flag, the amount of times the flags actually dropped from both teams. And you know what? You can even tell the people in the audience appreciated that one, clapping afternoon. But some incredible skill and talent coming out there to have it that close. 0-0 into the second half here. Epsilon have the 3-2 lead in this best of 11 continuation.
Okay, so this is basically just a fresh start. I don't know if anyone's on for streaks. It doesn't look like it. Vintage actually sniping there. I love that kind of play in CCF. And Vintage is probably one of the best at doing it. Tommy taking a nice shot on Josh there, clearing his back flank. So I'd say Infused are looking quite good going into this first side. Tommy taking a bit under fire, and Shane just suffering there to Josh. And Jake there. Jake making brilliant plays, and Infused are making this offense right now.
So now on board with Josh. He does actually have the lightning strike, and it does seem like Infused is starting to get a little bit pumped here. They have got the kills. Can Josh make this one? He does. And now he's going to try and push forward. He doesn't really have the support to try and make this flagpole, though, and he does get shut down by Jerd.
These are just, 2 great teams just battling out kill after kill after kill, and they're trading kills. No one's, making that, that special kill or that 2-3 piece. Tommy's just running around with that pistol. Look at him go. Unfortunately, getting taken out there by Jerd, I believe.
That still confused me a little bit.
It is, yeah. It's very hard to... Jerd, Josh, I'm trying to just look at the actual team names of Epsilon and Infused there.
There we go, still on board, going on board with Josh as he goes down as well. Now Epsilon can try and be a little bit aggressive. These two teams, you can tell how good they both are, but because they're just matching each other stride for stride. But that flag eventually gets pulled away. Jake does have it. He's looking to see if anybody's on his tail away. He does have support of Tommy. Can he make this?
Now Jake does have the support. He's seen one. He's going to be able to shoot. That wall is like paper. He can shoot through it. He does have a teammate. Now this is a one-on-one gun battle at the jump over. It looks like Tommy's actually won that. This is great for Infused. They've got control. They've all spawned at the same place, and Vintage should be able to do some. Streaks have been used by Epsilon. Swanee's taken out one.
Josh, an incoming Hellstorm as well. Vintage has to do something. Vintage is going to go down at the back. And that means Epsilon are all over that flag. But Josh, who's come on board with him, he does actually make 1 kill to deflect it a little bit. He has a lightning strike as well. And he's going to drop it, I think. Is he going to do it? Yes, that is it. Incoming. Can he get the kills? Yes!
He's taken both of them out. That's going to be a flag capture, surely.
There we
Yes,
go,
it
and there
is
we go.
1-0.
First blood to Infused.
That's fantastic. Just the way Josh actually pulled the flag, he got back, he made a kill on his own flag, then he used his streak to make the next, and his team, made that recap. It looks like Tommy's actually got the flag here.
Yeah,
I didn't realise that Tommy's actually relayed that flag.
He has relayed. They're not resting on the levels of 2, and this should be an easy put-in for Tommy. As look at that, from nothing all the way to 2 nearly in about 30 seconds, and now Epsilon have a long way back into this capture the flag.
Indeed. Tommy's just defending his flag here. He's a bit under pressure, obviously, from the Epsilon squad here. But it's going for a bit of a pinch. There's 3 people on the opposing flag here.
Oh!
Josh!
Oh!
My goodness!
Sit down, Epsilon. Josh has just blown the roof off of this place.
And I don't think he's finished yet, to be honest. Someone has brought a stealth rusher in from the Epsilon side. I don't know who that is, but they must have been on streaks. Josh, 25 and 14, is single-handedly carrying his team at the moment. Not saying any of the others are doing particularly bad, but he's going off right now. Shaney's pulling the flag. They've got a stealth chopper inbound. However, the Epsilon squad do have Infused flag as well in petrol. And I think he's just making... Is it Shane with the flag there?
I think it is, and both teams have it away. And Tommy picking up the 2, giving the woos as well. He knows that was critical. And that stealth chopper is still active and hasn't actually dropped anyone yet.
That stealth chopper has actually killed the flag carrier just in top green. That was a strange place for it, but it's been well positioned. It was Swanee who got the stealth chopper, in fact. This could be really, really good for Epsilon. They're not only going to...
They need to get it back.
They just need to jump up. They've got this flag. This is actually going for a relay as well, just like Epsilon. Infused it on the first side. Tommy's actually chasing that flag. There's one player supporting him. I don't know whether he's going to be able to do this.
That stealth chopper is seriously doing work, though. He's really putting the hurt on Infused at the moment. Tommy has to make that kill, and he's not managed. He's managed to get away, and it's gone. And Catz should be able to put this in, and I think he does, and it is now 2-2. Game on.
That stealth chopper is a game changer, and that's done from Swanee there.
So
Jake's just got a 3-piece.
Jake managed to get the 3-piece there, and I thought they were going to be able to pull the flag again. Josh is now coming back once more, and we could be going to overtime. But Tommy has pulled the flag. Can he make these kills? He makes 1. He makes a second!
No, he doesn't!
Tommy has just blown this wide open, and Infused, if they can get the cut-offs, they're going to get this back right now.
Tommy's actually just got full streaks here as well. There's one person chasing him, and his teammate really needs to pick up this kill. And he's done it. Vintage.
Vintage Josh also shutting them down.
Awesome here with full streaks. You can hear them. They know they've
won
this.
They know
they've got it.
What an unbelievable game. Such skills on display. Wow. Incoming Hellstorm as well. They know that they have done this. Tommy pulling out big stops as well. 6 streak for him. And there is your scoreboard for this first capture of the flag.
Whew. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that from map 1. You've seen stealth chopper, you've seen back-to-back relays, but it looks like Infused have come out on top. They level things up now, so I believe that is 3-3 in the final continuation series, and they've actually got 5 more maps to play. Who's going to be the team to take the win?
I don't know. I did say Infused were definitely coming into this one hotter after that win. That can play a factor. Epsilon were losing more gun battles. I mean, I'm sorry, but Josh, I said keep an eye on this man. And you know what? If he was,
you called it.
If he was 18, there is no way anybody wouldn't want to play with this man next year.
This guy is on fire. He's in the final of EGL11. He's dropping 27 and 19, getting captures for his team.
And clutching it.
Exactly. You know, he pulled a flag back, I believe it was back alley. He went top green, he made the kill. He used his streaks perfectly, making his team obviously get that. So it was just an all-round great play from Josh. But let's not forget, obviously, Jake, Tommy, and Vintage all playing really well together. And
flag pull by Tommy.
Yeah. The flag pull, the kill, and then the turn-on pistol was phenomenal. And that's what won them the game in the end.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, and they have that strength and depth in the team that you can rely on any player to pull it out. Like we said, pretty much you put any of these players in and they're going to make somebody's top 5 players of the game.
Yeah.
And you've pretty much got them all in one collection for the final. This is the last big European tournament here for Black Ops 2.
Exactly. It's like a God squad versus another God squad. These are all the best players are the best in Europe. And, you know, they're proving it right now. And it's, you know, a great battle. It's not one-sided. You know, you saw Infused go 2-0 up. Epsilon bounced back. They took 2 flags back.
How could you couldn't write a game like that though?
No.
That is how incredible this is. And if it's anything from what we're going to see, just hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, and do not go anywhere because it's about to get real.
This is insane.